The teacher was giving examples of having bad thoughts when out of nowhere, the new girl raised her hand and said, I have some bad thoughts sometimes. No one knew where she was going with this, so she continued. Lord. Sometimes I just want to my grandma. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles, my favorite Christian podcast of all time, and I hope it's the same for you. On the show today, Sha and John Scarborough. Welcome back, you two. Great to have you here on the show for round two.
Round two.
Did you guys have fun the first time? John,
I've had a good
your
time.
first time?
Yeah, first
when people
time.
are listening to this was a few weeks ago, but it's good to have you back here again in the studio.
It's good to be here.
Welcome to our Instagram live audience as well. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Welcome.
YG Chronicles is where you guys can jump on a live if you have never done that before. And if you've never listened to the show before, you're in for it. This is where we read true stories from youth ministry to my guests who have never heard them before.
Only the realest of real.
Realest of real. And I promise we've never said, okay, this is a story I need you to react to this one. Never have we ever done it. So, yes, Logan, Sean Rax is here today in the studio. Good to have you, Sean.
Sean Rax. Praise the Lord. I'm here, man. I'm here. All the glory to Jesus.
We'll kick this off with a story from Jared. Jared said, we had our youth leaders serving at our women's conference when all of a sudden I received a text from one of them that said, please help me in the bathroom. To preface, the conference was so crowded that the line for the women's bathroom became excessively long, leading to the decision to repurpose the main men's bathroom as a women's restroom as well. The male leaders were instructed to use the kids' department restrooms. Well, this one leader arrived late and had no idea the men's room was now a woman's bathroom. He walked straight into the bathroom and sat down in the middle stall. Two women walked in together, talking, and sat down on either side of him. These ladies literally had a full-on conversation across the stalls while he was in there. So he decided to lift his feet and hope that he wouldn't be seen. However, one stall was out of toilet paper, so the other lady balled some up and threw it under the stall for the other woman to use.
Disgusting.
So a hand literally reached under his dangling feet, held up by his hands to grab this toilet paper. But somehow in the moment, he let out a fart and a grunt. The ladies freaked out and said, I think there's a man in here, and hurried out of the bathroom.
You know what they actually did, right?
Nah, I think there's a man in here.
They grabbed something. They grabbed something else. That's how they found out it was a man.
What? Not this. No.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, you just stay in the stall. Like, I don't know.
Bro, that man was blowing it down.
They would just be like, that's
you know a man's poop before in a girl's poop.
No.
That man's poop was like, he started going crazy.
I don't know. Girls are just more secretive.
You know the best.
Girls are just more secretive.
Hey, someone said for you to keep it PG, Sean.
Please, man. That's crazy. But yeah, I would have just stayed in there.
That was
like,
boring.
Someone said, oh no, there's a man in the men's bathroom. Yeah, go figure.
Oh,
Why the grunt? I don't know. That's a great question.
he could have had a big gut. If he has a big gut, I don't understand.
Nah,
True, because he's like,
how they find out,
trying to hold his legs.
How they find out it was a man?
It's probably
he grunted.
Yeah, he was like,
Nah.
you can hear it.
I don't want to hear that.
A woman grunting, you can tell the difference between a woman and
Chino, thank you for sending us a story. We will check it out as soon as we can. Guys, again, if you have stories you want to send in the show, stories@ygcpodcast.com. Yeah, that actually is a little too normal these days.
The dad grunt is
What's
crazy.
that?
The men in the women's bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they just keep it when they changed it?
What do you mean, at the church?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're going to switch this to the women's.
What do you mean?
No, because the woman's line was too long.
Yeah, it was a women's conference, so they're like, oh, it's just all ladies here. There was a few men volunteering, so they like just use the kids' wing bathrooms. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say that happened to you? Elijah sent in this story.
He said, look.
That was Elijah in the bathroom.
It was Elijah the whole time? Oh, no.
You grunting?
Spencer said, women don't grunt, we just go. Men do grunt. I have definitely heard some men grunt.
I like.
I'd be the old men. It'd be the old men.
That's true.
They come up and they're like, oh.
No shame. You could like hear heavy
all out
breathing.
of breath. Like, bro, you just took two. You didn't even move yet. Like, he's like, My boss.
My boss.
This is from Elisha.
Wow.
When I was preaching at youth group, I had a student who would zone out mid-sermon and make loud moaning sounds.
That's interesting.
Yes, exactly how you'd imagine it. I'd literally be in the middle of quoting scripture when you'd suddenly hear this kid just moan. It even happened 2 to 3 times a sermon.
I don't want to hear you
That's
speaking
crazy.
in tongues, bro. I don't want to hear it. That wasn't tongues.
What? Yeah, like, what? Was he like clouding around? He's just like,
I don't know.
eh,
They did
like-
not clarify. They just said he just would zone out and just start moaning.
You have a side conversation like this. That's crazy. Like, if you want to come back here, you got to stop doing that. Yeah, I mean, you can't. 'Cause she's like
Fact.
awake. Like,
Nah, I'll be the type of leader to go up behind him like, bro,
You gotta cut it out.
wait on the bus.
if you can't stop, we gotta go.
Yeah, he would not have lasted long around our church. It would have been cut immediately.
The preacher would have gave a look like,
Someone said they said wasn't at a youth conference, but just a church conference. I accidentally went into an empty women's bathroom without realizing. How?
yeah,
How does, I mean, unless you weren't looking at the sign. Also,
yeah.
what is it with women's bathrooms being so much nicer than men's?
It is. Yeah, I was about to say that
They got like a mirror in there. They
Yeah.
got
They
like
be smelling.
flowers.
Yeah. No, in most cases,
That
that
woman
is the
bathroom be
case.
smelling.
I'm not gonna lie. Our church does a great job of keeping the men's bathroom smelling clean, but most places, the women's bathroom is like a lounge.
See?
They be
Yeah.
taking like
Yeah.
they'll post pictures on Facebook and stuff, and then you be like, "Dang, that looks like a nice little room."
Right.
That was the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
they have like a couch in there. I'm like, how did this happen? Couch, perfume, everything.
They have a whole little salon in there.
Mini fridge.
You want your nails done, girl?
Thank you, Caden. Yes, okay. I'm not alone.
You can't even get paper towels, and they got
They
like
be doing so much stuff in that bathroom that you
Benches and mints. Yes, you're right, Ezra.
Ezra.
The women's bathroom is where they
Hey,
go to
the-
get away from the men.
y'all,
Is it true?
That's
y'all
true.
be having mints up in there all day. Our bathroom runs out of mints in 2 minutes.
A tray with what?
Grabbing handfuls at a time. Like, bro, you don't need all that.
Okay, we do have that one. Yeah, the men's bathroom at our church
I like
is
it.
pretty cool. They
As
have
soon as I
like
see women
floss
grab
and
it.
hair gel and deodorant.
No, I'm just grabbing
So yeah, they do that in
Handful.
both.
I got like 4. I too.
You guys have hair dryers?
No way.
Stop the
A whole
that's-
coffee maker? Probably.
Oh, that's fire. That's actually that is
Bro,
kind
they
No
got
making
a whole
food in the
office
bathroom.
space in there, bro.
Nasty.
right.
They have office spaces.
Have you ever seen The Office?
Like,
Yeah. Do you like The Office?
Yeah, I love The
Okay,
Office.
good.
you wanna say
Yeah,
your
he
next
hates The
explainment?
Office, bro.
No, you don't. You don't hate The Office. That's the funniest show out.
it ain't it.
But
Hey,
with
what do you guys think about The Office? To the chat, man.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, Shaw
Yeah.
doesn't like it.
No, with Creed, that
Creed's
episode where
hilarious.
Creed,
yeah,
Creed
he's
goes
in
into
there
the
chilling in the women's bathroom.
Yeah, and
what
a
do you
guy-
say? I fought for these rights or something.
Yeah, a
I
guy
don't
comes in-
not like it.
A guy
I never
walks
said I
in-
didn't like it.
No, he does not.
I
No.
just
He
don't.
literally was scrolling his phone the entire
I
time.
just want to go out my way to watch The Office.
I don't
That's
know.
it.
I was devastated when they took it off Netflix.
Do you have Peacock?
No, that's why I was devastated.
So you can actually watch it for free. The first few seasons, like first 5 or 6 seasons on
Dang,
Peacock
everybody's
for
saying they
free.
didn't see it or it's the best
And
one.
Peacock's just super cheap in general. It's like maybe
Really?
$20 a year is what I got on. You know.
All right, thank
never
you.
got
But get
Super
this,
Spencer.
they have I forget what it's called, but it's the extended cut of The Office, and the episodes are 40 minutes of stuff they couldn't fit on TV.
Are you serious?
So it's like a whole new show.
All right, well, I'll
Aaron
get Peacock
first time
then.
on
Yeah,
live.
yeah. So
I'm sold.
now you got to go do it. Now you got to go.
I got it on DVD, and they put 2 episodes
The
per
Office
DVD,
is whack.
so it's mad
Come on.
DVDs.
What'd you say, Shaw?
They're a lot of them saying it's the best show ever.
It is,
Dude, it is the
A
best.
lot
show.
of people said. Some people said
Super
they didn't
fan.
like it.
Yes,
though.
you're right, Logan. Thank you. Super fan episodes.
Thank you.
They don't
man.
like it either.
I'm gonna check
this
it out.
this podcast is not sponsored by
They on
Peacock,
my side.
but if you'd like, you can reach us at sponsorships at ygcpodcast.com.
Come
Thank
on.
you. This is a story from Trey. Trey said, while on a youth group trip to a theme park, my youth pastor asked me to hold on to his wedding ring.
Oh my.
Bad
Except
idea.
I forgot about it and it fell out of my pocket.
Oh my.
Yeah.
When I realized, my heart sank. So without him knowing, I went to a ring shop
I was
in the
just
theme
about to
park
say that.
and found one very similar to the one he gave me. When I gave it to him, he didn't even realize it wasn't his actual one, and to this day, he still doesn't know.
That's so messed up, bro.
I hope he watches this podcast.
You better go.
Remember that year I
You
gave
better
my
go.
ring to a kid?
Go buy your man's. You repent. Actually,
That's crazy.
What I don't get is why this person put their name because they told it was Trey.
They did.
Was the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have put it anonymous. But I
Anonymous.
really didn't want to. Why was he taking off his wedding ring? I don't know.
He didn't want him to slip off.
Yeah. What was
On
he?
a roller
What was he
coaster?
doing? Yeah, he was on a roller coaster.
I mean, I take mine off at the gym, but I've never taken it off at
Yeah.
like a theme park.
Who sleeps in
Yeah.
their wedding ring?
I keep it on.
I can't.
Really?
I cannot.
Why?
Shame.
It's just
Your
so
hands swell up
I get uncomfortable.
from a ring?
Yeah, it's like having
I don't.
socks
Yeah,
on.
I don't
Like,
know if
it's
I
like-
compare that to having
Yeah.
socks on.
I can. It's like something's just bothering me. It's like it's
Yeah.
in the way.
Really?
I can't.
I don't even notice
You
it.
take yours off
yeah,
when you sleep,
I don't.
right? Yeah,
I don't tell. So like, cause mine's a little bit big. So when it falls off, I don't even know.
Is yours a metal ring?
Mm-mm.
Is it
I
rubber?
got a rubber one.
I
That's
keep- I
the
keep
thing.
rubber
I
one.
got a rubber one, but
I
I
might
take it off.
I might try rubber. So my problem is, let's say I'm at a gym and
Yeah.
I'm grabbing a barbell.
Uh-huh.
This thing is so thick, it would probably cut my hand open if I
Yeah,
pinched my
yeah.
skin. That's
Yeah.
the only time that I really
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest
it off,
working out
but
with metal rings.
to not be able to sleep in it's a little different, Sha.
Yeah, come on, man.
I can't. I get uncomfortable.
Try it.
I get uncomfortable.
Try tonight.
Like I just don't like stuff on my body, like my hand.
Kirsten said, "How did you know the ring size?" You know, when I was reading that story, that was my only question.
Yeah.
Was how did you know the ring size? My only guess is
Yeah.
I wonder if they were like similar in size
Yeah.
for men, and he's like, "Here, just try it on my hand." And I guess the guy was just not very
Right.
or
observant.
that
to
man
be
went in
honest.
his room while he's sleeping. He's like, I'm gonna try this.
Well, he
That's
was at the
crazy.
theme park, so I
Yeah,
don't know if he
yeah.
went.
He took a nap at the theme park.
That makes sense. Dang, so he did that all in between.
He ran to a gift shop.
Imagine
found a
if he
ring.
had a stall. He was like, oh,
Actually, you know what it
got
probably
you.
was? It was probably like a rubber ring.
Oh,
wonder-
hopefully, yeah.
I wonder if it was a
Oh,
rubber
yeah,
ring.
it probably, then it's not that big of a deal, bro. Like if it was rubber,
True.
then it's.
Because I don't think you're gonna
$15.
find like gold
Yeah.
with like, was it pave diamonds? Is that what they call it? Or pave?
If it was that, that's
Yeah.
insane. What if his ring was like $5,000?
He like, oh yeah, he goes to like get it appraised because he's getting a new one or
Yeah.
something. You're like, ah, sir, this
He's
is
like, this is fake diamonds.
This is actually from this.
You're like 10 years later, he's like, I don't know what happened.
These
Right. He
are,
said,
No, I have the authentication right here.
Right.
what is the word? These are moissanite,
They actually sell these at Six Flags. So
human seconins.
This is a story from Olivia. Olivia said, as we were taking prayer requests during our Bible study class, the teacher was giving examples of having bad thoughts when out of nowhere, the new girl raised her hand and said, I have some bad thoughts sometimes. No one knew where she was going with this, so she continued.
Lord.
Sometimes I just want to my grandma. But then I think I can't do that to my grandma.
Nah, you gotta do. You,
Hey, everybody's fighting something, man. Everybody's fighting something. You know, that's a
Have
testimony.
you ever met your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
I mean,
That's
the question
a
we
call
ask.
home.
Yeah. Like, I'd be like, I don't know. Do you have to be confidential in these things? Like, ugh.
Michelle, 100% right. It is always the new kid.
Nah, she's slitting
Intrusive
throats out
thoughts, Spencer.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Shorty slitting throats.
That's
This is
wild.
crazy.
Grippy sock. Is this the story we
I
we
wanna
appoint
unalive
Grippy sock
that kid,
vacation
buddy.
to this episode? Yeah, is this the one, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, Grippy sock vacation.
Grippy sock.
The grandma must be crazy. Yeah, we didn't get her side of the story.
Yeah. What is the
Maybe
grandma?
the grandma
done?
is
The grandma
crazy.
probably kicked her out. She's
Yo,
like, you gotta leave.
Get out
honey.
my house.
Okay, this is
Susan.
crazy.
You gotta leave, honey.
A
have
kid
crazy
got
people.
kicked out of their house somewhere near ours, apparently, and we found her in our garage. She was like, how old was that girl, do you think? Wasn't she like 8?
This
We
is your
found-
story.
Yeah, at my house. Like,
Oh.
that's probably 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know why I went out to the garage. A miracle that I did.
Yeah.
Because it was so cold. I think it was sub-zero.
Yeah.
Went out to my garage for something, opened the door, and this kid scared the literal crap out of me. Because
Yeah.
it was like 9 a.m. and she was just staring at me. And she was like really lethargic. Is that
Yeah.
the right word? Lethargic? Because she nearly froze to death. Literally, she was wearing a thin sweatshirt with a backpack because she got kicked out from down the street. And she decided to go chill in our garage overnight. And I am, by the grace of God, did not find her frozen to death in her garage because it was way too cold for a kid to be outside overnight.
Yeah.
And she, we called CPS and stuff, and she ended up being fine. But it was like, it freaked me out to find a child in our garage. So when you
That's
say kicked out, yeah,
wild.
maybe this kid was
He
kicked out.
said, hey,
Yeah.
did they like know you? They're like, hey.
No. So my house used to be a trap house.
Yeah.
Like it was
Oh, okay.
literally people like
Hey.
squatting in our house. So people on the block probably knew like what it used to be. So she's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll just go chill in the garage.
Uh-huh.
You know
I
who
can't
that?
go in the house anymore.
You know who that story is about?
Who? The girl, the
Bings.
the who? The lazy eye girl?
Lazy eye girl.
I found the lazy eye girl in my garage.
No,
No.
I'm talking about the slit in the throat one.
Oh, I thought that's what I was like. What?
I was confused too.
Yeah, I was like, what? That's crazy.
Yes, guys, it actually was a miracle because if I had not
Yeah.
go out there, I don't know what would have happened. This is a story from Connor. Connor said, at youth camp, there were 3 boys who were pretty obsessed with the thought of encountering a bear.
Oh my.
So one day they decided to take hot dogs from lunch and put them around their cabin to try to attract said bear.
Attract the bears.
Later that night, we found out the boys got their wish, except it didn't end there. The bear had made its way into their cabin while they were in there.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, one of the leaders was around to chase the bear out. But still.
That's
Can you imagine just the door
yeah. If I ever have
shuffling
like,
of like,
I'd be shook. If I ever had like a say to do like of like what to do with like a youth group, I would never be like, let's camp. From this, never. Like kids. And
I mean, this one
animals
wasn't
don't go
even
together.
necessarily, well, okay, youth camp. So I mean, it was like a summer camp, so they probably had like cabins
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like a tent. Can't say I've ever had a bear.
Yeah.
I don't think I've even gotten that close to a bear. The closest I've ever been to a bear was one that was tranquilized.
Jeez.
We used to bring them up to the camp. They were they'd do like the game warden would bring them up and they pull the tooth and clip the ear and stuff. But never
I don't
have I
understand, bro.
I don't. Yeah. I'm not good. I'm not good with wild.
Do we label this City Kids? I feel like it was. Did they say that?
Thank you. Goldfish, you exactly read my mind.
What'd you say?
bro.
What'd
I
they
didn't
say?
have to say it.
goldfish?
What'd they say?
White folk.
White people?
White folk.
Yeah.
I will own it.
I will
It was
own
white
it. Yeah,
people.
because I'm just.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah. Anything with outdoors, like if there's animals within like 30 miles, let's not. I'm scared.
When
So-
y'all see this podcast, this episode, I mean this story on the podcast, you're gonna see how it reacted.
Yeah, Shaw just stared. You know it's actually really easy to scare off a black bear?
How?
Because they're scared.
No, to scare them off.
They're scared of humans.
Yeah. So you just
Oh.
make noise and they'll go.
Really?
But if that kind of tells
If
a
that
little
was
bit about
a
the
grizzly
story.
bear,
'cause
now he would
if
have.
I don't think it was a grizzly bear because I think it would have been a different ending to the story.
Yeah.
they
If you ever
sent
see
in.
me in the forest fighting with a grizzly bear,
Can they smell
help
fear?
the bear.
Can they what?
Can they smell fear? I heard they're related to dogs. I heard bears are just like big dogs.
Maybe. Do bears eat poop?
Yes. What's up with this podcast and bears? What's going on?
I don't know.
Next podcast with the bear, I gotta see my line, my little line.
Don't
Your
do
what?
it.
If you want to see me in the forest fighting with a grizzly bear,
Help the bear.
amen.
I don't think you stand a
that-
chance. I hate to say it, Shaw.
I think I could.
This is a story from Lexi.
Lexi.
Had that bear in him.
He had that bear in him. Cocaine Bear. Did anyone see that movie? It
No,
looked really dumb.
It looked dumb from the beginning. Like
It
when I
looked
seen the
so
advertisement, I was like, they're just making anything now. Like cocaine bear.
Yeah, they're running out of movie ideas.
Right. Help the bear.
This is from
That's
Lexi.
crazy.
On a youth group trip,
Hmm.
one student was a bit of a wild card. Come to find out, this kid had snuck into the cafeteria, stuffed raw hamburger meat in his swim trunks, and then went swimming out in the ocean.
What do those got to do with each other?
Once he got caught and was asked what he was doing, his response was, I just wanted to swim with the sharks.
That man was trying to be live bait. Nah, you know what he was really trying to do. He just needed a little bit of salt for his
Salt?
burgers later.
That's disgusting. All right. Well, like
Do we
I
relabel
don't-
this one Grippy Sock Vacation? Or
I don't know. This is nuts.
Grippy
Yeah.
socks. What is this?
what possesses someone to want to attract sharks?
Right. I'm still stuck at the
Maybe he
hamburger
just
meat and
wanted to go
underwear.
home.
Not only to you, but to your waist region.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's crazy.
That man said, I was trying to grab something.
Yeah, that is a dumb way to die.
Honestly,
How's
the-
it look?
Logan's
die.
white people. I'll own it.
I'll
I'll
own
own
it.
it.
No, Sam, don't own that, man. No, that's
I'm not gonna
you.
do it.
That's not you, man. I can't believe that.
Swaggy. Oh my gosh.
This is amazing, honestly.
All right, this is from Grace. Grace said, on our way to a youth group trip, we were a Greyhound bus surrounded by other Greyhounds that were parked and waiting to enter the event. All of a sudden, my bus full of 7th and 8th graders were screaming and pointing at the bus next to us.
Okay.
Apparently, the bus next to us had a bathroom in the back, with a window weirdly placed right behind the toilet. This poor, unsuspecting woman had entered the bathroom, turned around, pulled down her pants, but when she bent down, her bare butt filled up the entire window for the viewing of all the kids on the bus. If that wasn't bad enough, when the woman stood back up after that, she mooned us for a second time.
Yes. Wow. Shout out to Green Helm Bus, though, you know. Side note. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Like, she didn't feel the wind, or she just...
I mean, it was a window, so it's probably closed. Also,
You said, take this one.
faulty design, maybe?
Yeah. A window in the bathroom, right? That sounds illegal.
Very poorly placed.
Yeah. Wow.
The full moon
Two
is
birds,
crazy,
one visit.
bro.
Nice. Full moon. Man.
Yes, absolutely right, Carson.
I wonder how old she was.
I don't know. I'm thinking like an old woman. Is
Yeah,
my
she
guess.
had to be like
She was
somewhat
taking-
senile. Was that?
Is she taking a dookie?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Man,
I hope not.
dookie butt moon is crazy.
Dookie
Someone
butt
said the
moon.
design is very human.
Very human. Very human.
A dookie butt moon.
That's crazy.
This is from
It's a bad
Brett. Brett said, on a youth mission trip to Brazil,
Mm.
we went to a local swimming hole to cool off after several hours of hard work.
Mhm.
While we were there, we watched some locals that were jumping off a nearby bridge that was about 40 feet high. Myself and others from the youth group decided to join in on the fun. But after an hour or so, the tide began to go down.
Hmm.
And to our horror, it exposed about a dozen very sharp dead trees standing straight up vertically just below the surface of the water.
Wow.
Little did we know that we were just several feet away from getting impaled.
So yeah. I mean, they were. I don't know. I was lost.
I feel like this should go without saying.
Yeah.
Don't jump into water that you have no idea what's in there.
Right. Like,
In Brazil, in a country that you're not from.
Yeah.
let's just stop doing dumb stuff, guys. All right.
Let's not jump off a bridge.
Actually, have you ever gone cliff jumping?
Yes.
I did in Ithaca.
I only did it one
At
time,
six,
and I was
river? 6 Mile?
I was
I
not
don't know what's
saved.
called. What do they call it? What do they
It's
call
6
that
Mile
place?
Creek, I think, is
6
a
Mile Creek.
The one in
Great
Ithaca,
spot.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
it
That's
was-
probably my favorite spot that I've ever gone to. Yes,
It's nice.
close call, Caden.
You're talking about with the little pool in the back, and it has like the little
I
waterfall.
think they
It's-
called it the cliffs or something.
It's the
like that.
cliffs. Basically, it's a dam, and you can swim up and look over the edge. It's actually kind of scary.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the one
It's
I was
pretty
at.
sick. It's like a bowl
Yeah.
with rock ledges all around you, and then like the dam that you can.
But there's like
Beautiful
a
place,
swimming
beautiful
pool like kind of vibe, like, and then a waterfall is going through in it. you can
that's
jump into
it. That's the other part of the
Okay,
river. Yeah, it's a little
that's
bit
the one I
downstream.
went to.
You talking about that place we went with in Watkins?
This one is in. This one was
Huh?
Ithaca.
No.
No, it was in Ithaca.
with Pastor Cole.
There's some great spots in
that
Watkins too.
Oh.
Yeah, guys, if
Yeah.
you're ever looking for cliff jumping, just search it on Instagram in Ithaca, New York, and it is some killer spots.
Jump off the cliff. But yeah, not in Brazil. Ithaca, not Brazil.
And check the water before you jump.
Definitely.
Florida man took youth group to Brazil.
That
Yes.
sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Facts. The Everglades are crazy out here.
This is anonymous. They would like to stay anonymous.
Oh, this should be great.
At a youth camp, everyone was getting ready to go to bed when my friend who was in the top bunk decided to jump down to use the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
Except he landed on his backpack, which unfortunately had a pencil sticking up out of the pouch, and it went straight through his foot.
Oh man, I can't take painful stories like ugh.
You know what they call them now, right?
I don't.
Leadfoot.
That's a good one.
That was
That was pretty
horrible.
good. I'll give you that one.
That was horrible.
Let's give him a little credit, man, for creativity.
What is the push accent? Is that
Push?
is that something I should not have asked? Someone commented that.
Pish push.
I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
Guys, you can't just comment grippy socks on every story.
You can't.
Facts.
Doesn't apply.
Facts.
Don't do it.
Has anyone ever seen Batman with
Which one?
it was the one with the Joker,
Oh yeah.
and then he like hit his face off the table.
Oh, with a pencil? Yeah, he was like, how to make this pencil disappear? Yeah, I seen that one.
Who's Mama Moss?
My mom.
Oh, okay.
Who's
I mean, let's think about this for a second, Sha. Who else could it be?
I thought it was just a
Come on.
I thought it was him.
I
What
knew-
do you
I
mean?
knew
There's
that.
109 people on here.
Mama Moss. There's only one Mama Moss, man. It's like
Well, her Instagram, I would have thought it would have been her name.
oh, okay.
That is her name.
Mama?
Mama Moss.
Not really. That's what we call her.
She has
The
an
Moss
Instagram?
didn't give it away though.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. If it wasn't your mom, I was about to say that, yo, somebody has to say
Shout out to Mama Moss for
Imposter.
the
We got
sloppy
an
Joe.
imposter among us. The giggling over that pencil scene concerns me. It was a funny movie, guys,
It was a funny movie. It was
and
the-
a funny scene.
It was Batman. Come on, exactly. Everybody's okay. It's all right.
Everyone tell Mama Moss you love her.
Love you, Mama Moss. I really do. She's awesome.
This is from Clay.
Good job, Sha.
At youth camp, we had a mostly deaf girl in the group that wore special ear implants.
I don't like this.
Whenever there was a speaker, they had to wear a special microphone necklace so that she could hear them speaking. One evening, the preacher spoke about the misconceptions we get from our fathers, our earthly fathers, about God. I personally had an abusive father, so I was super moved by this message. After the sermon, they opened it up for prayer. Again, I was pretty moved by the pastor's message.
Praise
So
God.
when I went up for prayer, I was pretty much scream crying. But what I didn't know is while this was happening, the deaf girl had to sprint out of the room to get out of range because I was screaming directly into the necklace microphone of the speaker, and she was still wearing the earpieces.
Bro, you're just making it worse.
That's wild.
What do you
You're
mean?
just making it worse for her ears.
Stop.
I had something wild to say. I'm not
Just
gonna
stop.
say it.
Yeah, I was like, tread carefully on this topic. Let's see. Jeez. It's not.
Look at you over there.
But
If you had the camera on her, you would have seen.
We need a
wonder-
Lauren
yeah.
cam.
I
We need
wonder
a
what
Lauren
she
cam.
Because
was
she
like
is deaf
doing.
right now, actually.
That poor kid, though.
Yeah, no.
She
it's
has, like,
probably
one
so they're
ear.
Like,
Just
you
one
know,
deaf? I didn't know that. Is that why you have one in ear out all the time?
No, she just went. She just,
Oh.
she had an ear infection and went bad.
Oh.
jeez.
Someone
Nah.
says she's more deaf now. Okay, that's
That's a shot. You guys are on one accord.
I didn't want to say it the rude way, but yeah, it got a little worse.
Yeah.
if
I
she
mean,
wasn't deaf before, she is now.
Like, you
guys-
should have knew better not scream. Why are you screaming at that mic, boy?
Yeah, they're
No,
like-
so I think they're like because if someone's
Mhm.
deaf, I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah.
I don't think everyone deaf is 100% not
Yeah.
able to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
like,
sure it's hearing.
He was probably
some sort of
screaming
hearing
like
loss.
at the end. You know how they get mad, like sentimental. They're like, and you know.
Well, it wasn't
No,
that.
it was
the kid was
yeah.
crying like this on the preacher
Yeah.
into the. He's like muffled into the thing, like scream crying into the necklace.
I would have ripped them things out.
So she had to get out of range because it probably all it does
Only
is just
picks
makes
up.
everything louder, and this
Yeah.
kid is
It probably did. So I got a friend who has those,
She just went
and like
sprinting
they
out the
squeal.
church.
Like sometimes they're like,
probably what was happening. Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez. She's just like going full speed out the church.
not
and
that
everybody
ear
looking at her.
demon.
Someone said homegirls never went to the altar again. She didn't go to the altar.
It's
It
all
was
right.
the speaker was wearing the necklace with the microphone in it.
They act like
That
they didn't hear the
connects-
story.
I know. well,
Guys,
so
come
did
on,
you.
guys.
But
Oh, got him.
Wait, I heard the story. I heard the story, but I just didn't realize it was the boy crying when it happened.
I did say that in the story.
Yeah,
But I know,
I-
but I thought it was the preacher screaming.
It's all right,
to make
brother.
her
It's
hurt.
okay, brother. It's all right.
I'm gonna
man.
just shut up.
It's all right.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. You're calling out everyone else.
But I hope everybody.
You're just trying to line me up to get flamed in the comments.
No, you did it to yourself.
did.
You did it to yourself. Oh, this is another anonymous one.
good. I like.
On
that.
a youth mission trip, one of our leaders was addressing everyone in the crowd. She proceeded to say, I've heard there's a little something going around that we do not approve of, as it's not safe and does not bear good witness to the staff of this place hosting us.
Mhm.
I have heard that some of you are doing a little something called BJing.
Oh,
That's not good.
I hope you meant DJing.
She must have
Not
realized
good.
what she said and that it was something wrong, because when the room fell silent, she started to see horrified looks on all the students' faces. Apparently, she was referring to balcony jumping.
What is that?
Don't say it.
I heard you
Stop
guys-
trying to use these shortcuts.
I heard you guys been balcony jumping. Like, I heard you been BJing.
What's the like the testes? Like, come on, bro.
If
Like,
they got quiet.
just-
Somebody in that audience was guilty. They're like,
say the whole
how did
word.
they know?
how did she know? Who told him? Steven,
Oh, I hope you guys ain't BJing out there.
Come to find out, the
Caught.
youth boys were seen jumping from balcony to balcony of this facility we were staying at so they could get from their rooms, which were often a few stories up off the ground, to the other students' rooms to hang.
Why would anybody know what BJing means?
Yeah, she made that up.
Like, that's what's wrong with the old pastors. They think that they just
Oh, come
everybody
on, don't come at
knows
the
what's
old
gonna
pastors.
say.
Oh, wow,
Hey,
you're gonna get
they
killed.
be,
Logan-
they
Logan
be
said-
trying to make up they be trying to make up words that we think we would know. Like, we never heard that. We never heard of a BJing
I've
for
heard
balcony.
Laurel says she's just trying to be
Balcony
relevant.
jumping.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't have to try overly hard to be relevant because it's going to come back. That's not a great example.
What?
It will come back to haunt you.
They banned
What'd you say?
DJs after that.
Yeah, I wonder where she heard that from. And she
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah."
Where did
balcony
she
jumping.
find that would apply to that sentence?
Yeah,
What happened?
Logan says, either way, don't do that at camp. Facts.
yeah, that's right.
Facts.
Don't do
That's a
it.
fact.
Just don't do it. Wait
Just
till
don't-
you're married.
Don't balcony jump, guys. All
Juju
right?
Lily said
No more
all-
BJ.
All the horrified looks were students outing themselves.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what they probably were doing. Like, dang. Yeah.
Oh,
Come
man.
on, fresh wind, Jesus. We need you.
Oh
This is
my man.
crazy.
They said they agree with you, Shaw. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
They agree with me.
We will check out your story. I am in the middle of recording an episode right now, so I apologize. I wasn't able to check the email, but we will after this.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Sorry, man. I'm sure it's
This
good
is
one.
a story from Jeremy. Jeremy said, as a new youth pastor at an inner city mission, as a new youth pastor at an inner city ministry, I planned a big outing at a local entertainment place, sort of like Dave and Buster's. So for
Nice.
$20, we got pizza and unlimited games, mini golf, etc. I knew it would be tough for my kids to scrape together the money, but I thought it was worth trying. To my surprise, I had close to 40 kids sign up, and I didn't have access to ministry funds or accounts, so I decided to write a check from my personal account and then just collect the money from the kids to reimburse myself later. The day of the event, the kids all gave me their $20 apiece when we got on the church bus. And a week later, I got a call from Bank of America asking me to come in and speak to them about a recent deposit of $800 in $20 bills. I went right in, and the manager had a fresh, clean $20 bill laying on his desk. He asked me if I was aware that I had deposited this counterfeit $20 bill. Of course, I was shocked and said no. Then he asked me if I was aware that I had just deposited $800 worth of $20 counterfeit bills. Apparently, someone in the youth group distributed counterfeit money to all the other students so they could all go on the trip together.
That's greasy.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta
Love
do.
your pastors, man. Cause that's crazy. Yo, here's the fake
That
money.
man he said we gonna make it one way or another.
He actually
Right.
said if he had to pay that whole... This was in 1995, too. So this was a while ago. He said, I panicked right there. Thankfully, it was able to be insured. But he's like, this is going to clean me out. He's like,
Yeah.
a guy in brand new to ministry
Yeah.
just fronted $800 for all the kids to go on the trip, and they stabbed him in the back.
He never did it again, I'm sure.
crazy.
That was the last time. He was like, I'm never fronting money to these kids.
And how do you find the kid that did it? Because
Yeah.
all of them had counterfeit bills.
Right.
A
So
bunch
they were
of
like, one kid was just like, yo, I got $20 for
bunch
all
of
you.
Judases, man.
Not this. That's
One
crazy.
kid's just like, yo, guys, I got it.
I got it. Right. And they're like, yeah, this kid's got it, man.
This guy's the man.
Don't worry, Mom. I don't need the money.
Claire said it wasn't his first time. Probably not.
Yeah.
Why don't you check the bills? I'm not checking a $20 bill.
Right.
Never in my life have I checked the bill.
I didn't even check the
Nowadays you
$100
have
bill.
I don't even have the pen to do it.
Right.
Or marker, right?
Yeah, they have a marker for it, but like
I
most,
don't
I
have
see
one,
people
so I'm
like put it up to the light, but I don't even know what to look for.
No, there's like a little face that like you can look at, like that pops up in the like.
Oh,
And also nearly 30 years ago,
that man's
I
money.
feel
Yeah.
like bills have changed a little
Changed
bit
a
since
lot.
then, so maybe it was a
Yeah.
little bit easier. I could be wrong.
You still got the watermarks.
Yo, 95 was 30 years ago. Wow.
I don't want to talk
29.
about that.
29.
Oh, I don't
How old are
wanna
you,
talk-
John?
Huh? I am 31 years old.
So you're born, what, 93?
92.
Wow.
I'm about to be 32 this
Wow.
year.
Wow. Also, John
Yes.
is already a dad. He's about to be a new dad,
I'm about
right?
to be a dad of 2. Yeah.
A dad of 2. Crazy.
A dad of 2.
And Sha's about to be a dad of 1.
Call me Father John.
Father, you're graduating from Brother John to Father John.
Yeah.
Brother. From
And
brother
he's
to
gonna
father.
be Grandpa John in 2 years.
Grandpa John. What are you trying to say? That's crazy.
You never know.
My son is not about
Isn't your kid like 8?
He's at the 6.
He's
Yeah. Your kid's going to have a kid in a couple years. Just wait, man.
I'm
Prophet lying over
24,
my
I'm
life.
25, man.
25.
Yeah.
This is
Sean
Sean
Daddy.
Daddy.
Sean Daddy.
This is a story. We have a
Sean
couple more
Combs.
stories here. This is from
No, they
Louis.
think that was me.
What's
You
that?
said Sha is a geezer.
What is a geezer? I don't even know. Are they just
He's
throwing
the
around
old
words
guy.
trying to connect with us?
An old man,
No,
I think.
you're
Oh,
a
okay.
geezer. You don't have to be old to be a geezer.
This is from Louis. Louis said, when my freshman brother was getting ready for youth camp, he excitedly showed me the duffel bag that he had dedicated solely to items meant for pranking the senior students. Air horns, silly string, etc. Having graduated a couple years prior, I strongly advised him against bringing that bag with him. He ignored the advice. A couple days into camp, I woke up to a text message from a friend who was on the youth trip. It was a picture of my brother duct taped to a tree crying. Apparently, after pranking the seniors, they threatened to leave him out there all night. Eventually, one of the staff came by and cut him down. But what the staff member didn't know was not only was my brother duct taped to the tree, he was completely wrapped in duct tape. So when he was cut down, he couldn't catch himself and fell flat on his face.
Oh,
Nah,
my
man.
gosh. Poor kid.
They be evil, bro.
I mean,
Evil, but it
he
was
started-
retaliation.
yeah, he did
and
if
he
he
was
started it.
warned. Was he
Yeah.
not warned?
I wouldn't do that if I was you. They don't play out there.
Hey, that man
Man, he
went
did it.
hungry for 24 hours.
One more story here. This is an anonymous story to close this out. One time, a worship leader at my church sent a text to our sound guy to let him know that he was changing the song for second service because the lady singing sounded super bad.
Oh, no.
The
Don't
worship
laugh.
leader
Don't
continued
laugh.
to type how he didn't know any more ways to help the singer and continued to go on and on in his message. He proceeded to send the text, only to get a text back from a girl saying, "I'm sorry."
He sent it to the singer.
He accidentally sent the text to the singer and not the sound tech.
Hey, that's what y'all be doing back there in the tech team?
Maybe.
That would have been it.
Like, sorry, there's nothing we could do. It sounds terrible. And she's just like, oh, okay.
You know how
Susan
bad that
sounds
would be?
trash
I would
today.
literally probably just quit. I would just I would leave the I'm leaving the church. We're done.
Hey, she probably backed off from the mic. Like,
She probably stopped singing
No,
from
Kurt-
that day on.
Kirsten just said, "What do you say? Whoops, wrong person." Like, of course, it's about you.
Facts.
she's probably like the only girl on the stage.
Her heart was shattered.
Not you. I was talking about Rachel. Don't worry.
Caitlin said that's when you sneak out of service and never come back.
You better hope that there was one more girl.
As-
There was one more girl
on that
yeah.
worship team.
Yeah.
No, I don't care how tough you are.
Yeah.
That one had to hurt.
Yeah.
That'll always hurt.
And he was not trying to
Yeah.
be rude. He was,
Yeah.
he was messaging the media team to switch the songs. Or
Right.
like,
At least he was trying to help her out.
Right.
I mean,
It's like
he
switch
did
the
say he
song.
did try to help her out.
He
Yeah.
could have said, like, cut her mic.
he's just
That's true.
He could have got brutal. But,
Yeah.
you know.
The
hey,
good old
Zay's
mute
on the
button.
line, man.
No,
What's up,
he's
Zay?
not. Hey, Zay.
Zay's in Kentucky tonight, I think, right?
Yeah, Zay's in Kentucky.
He's eating Kentucky Fried Chicken in Kentucky. I did that before.
Lip
out-
singing in church from now on.
He's out there with her shooting bulls.
I'm gonna head out.
Oh, episode 77 was the Daddy Please Film Me story. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. I
Great
heard about that.
episode.
I heard that one.
Great episode.
That was
Um,
crazy.
Awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for being here on this episode. John and Sha,
Yes.
it's a pleasure to have you here in the studio. Instagram Live. Always have a lot of fun with you guys. Thank you for being here. If you are listening to the show and you want to send in stories, you can email them to us at stories@ygcpodcast.com. And that is where you can submit them to the show.
That's awesome.
Other than that, we will see all of you next week.
Next week, YGC.
Thank you guys.
Oh, whoops.
Love you.